tax day, an unusual one this year. Faced with tax protests around the country, President Obama promised to make future April 15ths less painful, saying he wants and will work on a simpler tax code.
It's going to take time to undo the damage of years of carve-outs and loopholes, but I want every American to know that we will rewrite the tax code so that it puts your interests over any special interests. And we'll make it easier, quicker, and less expensive for you to file a return so that April 15th is not a date that is approached with dread every year.
And across the country today, thousands of people protested over the tax system, demonstrating against what they call big government spending. These self-styled Teaparties were aimed squarely at President Obama and the Democratic leaders in Congress, and aimed at garnering media attention as well. Here's Dan Harris.
They sang the national anthem in Fayetteville, North Carolina, marched through the streets in Eustis, Florida, and wore colonial outfits on the Boston Common, not far from the original Tea Party.
We're going to lose our freedom. It's really absolutely tragic.
They gathered at the Alamo in San Antonio, Texas, on the State House steps in Des Moines, Iowa, and in a town square in Cincinnati.
We are spending way too much money, and we're making our poor grandchildren pay for bills that are being accumulated now.
They're angry. They don't like high taxes.
Cheered on by Foxnews and talk radio, the hundreds of Tea Parties today were designed to protest the bailouts, the stimulus plan, and President Obama's budget.
This is totally grassroots. Got on the internet, sent a couple emails.
But critics on the left say this is not a real grassroots phenomenon at all, that it's actually largely orchestrated by people fronting for corporate interests. People like the politician turned lobbyist Richard Armey.
Most of the people that are saying that are people whose politics I disagree with, and I just soon have them continue to believe that. Don't ever underestimate your opposition. This is real.
While the Boston Tea Party in 1773 was about taxation without representation, critics point out that today's protesters did get to vote, they just lost. What's more, polls show most Americans don't feel overtaxed. Tea Party organizers say that will soon change, and that what we're seeing today is the rebel yell that signals a conservative movement rediscovering its voice. Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.